All right, what's up, everybody? Episode.
Okay, restart it. Do the real one. Do the regular one.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Episode 93 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your 5 co-hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, are
Colt.
Wenzel.
Oh.
Cineminis are back.
It's properly Pat.
What does that mean?
Pat. You could have done prediction, Pat.
That's two on the nose.
That's too predictable.
Fucking
You know,
hate
I would
this
be.
episode.
It's gonna be really sad whenever I said Cineminis are back, and by the time this comes out, Cineminis aren't back.
Oh man, that's a hard. Okay, I'm
Alternate dimension.
Participating locations only.
gonna. Yeah, only available in certain areas.
It is back for a limited time.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Yes, it's February, but we may be recording this in January because we are. And this is our 2019 prediction episode where, as you can guess, we will be talking about the television series The Sopranos. What's up?
We'll be predicting.
Man, I can't wait till somebody goes back and listens to these earlier episodes. You're just listening to them like, wow, Tanner was watching The Sopranos for like 3 months. And then it just fucking stopped talking about it forever. So yeah, as you can tell, this week we're just going to make some predictions. We're going to revisit them at the end of the year, see what came right, how off we were, how right we were, things of that nature. But we're here to make predictions. And pretty much everything from movies to music to TV to anime even, to maybe Pat and I make a few wrestling predictions. Who knows? We were just here to freeball it.
All right, first prediction, right out the gate.
This is the last episode of All You Can Hear.
I don't actually have a prediction.
Oh, okay,
That
great.
was my prediction.
Oh, great.
You actually stole it.
I'll start. So, and I would start safe, and then I'll get a little
Dangerous.
I'll get a little dangerous. I'll get some danger zone in here. My first safe prediction this year is, I think 2019 is the year that we start seeing a lot more companies kind of be like, hey, this virtual reality stuff, let's do it.
Wow, that's a really good prediction. However, you're totally fucking wrong because CES 2019 VR bombed.
Fuck
VR
VR.
bombed.
Fuck
VR.
CES.
Literally last year they had so much VR, and then a bunch of futurologists and people in tech came out and were just like, VR dead.
Well,
this year.
I'm talking more so in not necessarily like Apple or anything. I'm talking in
just
like
shit my pants.
yeah, I heard that. I'm talking like in the video game realm maybe because I think we see VR get more affordable, especially with the PlayStation VR, and PlayStation VR had a really, I think, good 2018.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see it being integrated more into video game stuff. And I think this year is the year we start seeing a few more companies kind of be like, this virtual reality stuff may have some legs if we just do it.
This year, I definitely think that VR is got something. It needs some boost. It's kind of getting caught up in the semantics of it all. I think they are finding out that it's harder to develop for VR. I think that that leap from that to be able to interact in an environment, I think that is kind of stagnated. However, I was speaking with somebody who is familiar with VR, and they said that they predict that some of the glove-based virtual reality, being able to pick up things, pick up objects, and things like that, those types of controllers will become more popular this year. And if they come out, then we might see a sort of rise in popularity to it. But also it's the year of the PS5, and something that I've been predicting since the beginning of the PS5 is that we might see actual virtual reality or VR headset integration with the actual launch itself.
Well, the year the PS5 gets announced.
So I'm thinking that if we do...
Wow.
I just threw the table. If, in fact, we do see PS5 come out with a launch day VR headset within a price range that's acceptable to a wide audience, I think that VR may have a chance to stand, but as of right now, VR is still in enthusiast level. It's in research level. It's not fully
not consumer level.
It's not necessarily consumer level. I think a lot of people still see it as gimmicky, and to a large degree, it is gimmicky.
Oh yeah,
depending on how you see it. But I do think that I would like to see a little more enhancements. You did have the headset that came out last year, which is the Hammerhead headset. where you look like a hammerhead shark, but it's got two 8K displays, or I think it's got two 4K displays, which beforehand we didn't have any. We barely had 1080p displays on either eye, and so you have two 4K displays, which also that help to have the full. I think it's 120 degree vision, which is was what humans have. We have 120 degrees of vision, so it basically added that much more depth. Over the past few years, we've seen incremental updates, but we need to find some way to produce it and push it out to the public, and I don't know if we're going to see that yet. That's just my take on VR for this year. I hope to see it blossom. I love VR. I think VR is very important.
All right, now that we're done with that stupid nerd shit, I want to say Tony Stark dies.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason you said Tony, and then my mind immediately went to Tony Hawk. I'm like, why the fuck would that be your random prediction?
You know what? Tony Hawk dies.
No.
I'm saying it.
Tony Hawk is immortal. He'll skateboard.
I don't know. Have you seen him lately? You're like...
No, he can still fucking shred.
I mean, yeah, he can shred, but if you look at him,
he looks old.
He's in better condition than us.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
easily.
Condition, yes. Looks-wise, dude looks...
He's 50-something years old. What do you expect?
He's in his 40s.
No, he's 50.
Is he in
He
his
turned
50?
50, I want to say, last year.
Oh,
yeah, he's
maybe
50s now.
Colt's been following him.
I love Tony Hawk.
This is the first time I've ever heard Colt talk about Tony Hawk. I fucking love Tony Hawk, dude.
This is weird.
Tony Stark. Yeah, I mean, I think so.
I don't think so. I think Tony Stark retires, and I think Captain America dies.
Yeah, Captain America's going to get beheaded with a katana.
Maybe...
That's my take.
Not even an Endgame.
Maybe it'd be such a Marvel Studios thing.
Wow, Winslow, way to back off your prediction so easily.
No, I was gonna say, for such a Marvel Studios fucking thing to do, to be like safe and be like, yeah, no, he dies. We're just gonna write him, be like retires, and then he's just gone somewhere. Yeah. Which we kind of stupid. Just kill him off. Just let him die.
What about his baby?
What baby? We don't know if there's a baby.
Peppy, Penny, Papa.
No, she doesn't. Pepper, and they were talking about it, and Pepper's
don't you know the Iron Triplets?
And
don't you read your comics?
Pepper's like, I don't want a baby. Oh.
What words are you saying?
I don't know.
Iron Man can't die. I love Iron Man.
No, I mean, I don't want him to, but we didn't see him in that Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, so.
Because they didn't want to
why the fuck would they do that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also, there's some stuff in the Far From Home trailer that's, points towards Tony Stark being dead.
I mean, we
don't know, and
But the thing is, though, if they're going to be so obvious as to be like Spider-Man isn't dead and Nick Fury isn't dead, I mean, it's obvious that Tony's probably going to die.
I think Tony dies.
I don't think it's obvious that Tony dies because they're alive.
I don't think that they put anything in this movie that has anything to do with
well, there is some hints in the trailer, such as Pepper signs the Tony Stark
the check. Like why would Pepper sign that?
Yeah,
because she's kind of
he's in the shower.
Now Pepper.
Oh fuck, Pepper! I'm still getting ready.
She's because Tony's obviously the brain, but he put it together, but also
she's
Pepper. She kind of keeps it together.
Yeah, she's like CEO.
He runs it, but it's okay. I'm the one that does the work, so I got to sign all this stuff while he's off gallivanting.
But also, Jon Favreau's character is well, it's up to you now, which could allude to the fact that either A, Tony Stark is dead, or B, you're in Europe and the Avengers aren't coming in.
But I mean, again, Tony is such he's the one that jump started Spider-Man to what he is.
He's Peter Parker's dad.
Why wouldn't he why wouldn't it be present in the trailer if something didn't happen to him?
Because it's before Infinity War Part 2. What is it called?
Endgame.
Is before Endgame.
Wait, you think Far From Home takes place before Endgame?
No. What I'm saying is that they obviously created this trailer.
Takes place for part 1.
Yeah.
They obviously created Endgame. They obviously created this Far From Home trailer to either, if it is after Endgame, to not show any spoilers for Endgame.
Oh no! I mean, I'm completely there are some implications there,
it does technically show spoilers for Endgame.
How?
I mean, Spider-Man's not dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's an obvious thing. You gotta be stupid.
But
you can't say it's
dead. You can't say it's obvious when he is currently in the canon gone.
Yeah.
But also,
you gotta be a fucking idiot to think he's dead forever. I'm gonna say. I told it to Wenzel last night. You're fucking stupid if you think he's dead for real.
I kind of agree with that.
I mean, sure, but
There's also a fun theory people are throwing out that the reason why he's not dead is because this is an alternate universe created where he never got off the bus in Infinity War.
That sounds stupid.
That
Which is funny
suck.
because people were like, the bus was, that's why he was on the bus. The bus was going for the Europe trip. It's like, no, the bus was going to the museum, MoMA. And they're like, oh, well then the MoMA, MoMA's after that trip. I'm like, well, that doesn't really kind of make sense either. Like, why would they go to Europe and they come back and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to MoMA. It's part of the trip. Like, okay, whatever.
I think it's very obvious that like the Marvel and Disney execs were like, okay, we have to start marketing this movie. It comes out in July. Endgame's coming out at the end of April. There's going to have to be something come up. So guess what? Nick Fury's not dead either. And
I mean, it's definitely like kind of some weird planning there.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like this is just a fun little prediction I have. Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen.
wait, Winslow, I thought, don't you have a writing credit in Far From Home?
Damn it!
Don't you just see all the spoilers as they happen on your Instagram feed?
Yeah.
I mean,
It was funny when Infinity War was coming out. Winslow would come to us like every week. Got fucking spoiled on Instagram again, motherfucker. It was like 8 weeks of Winslow getting spoiled on Instagram.
which
for
it was
different
funny
stuff.
too because a lot of the spoilers that were shown on Instagram never happened.
Yeah, they were
which
like
was-
fake spoilers,
which was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I guess a prediction I have with that is that Tony Stark physically dies, but his consciousness is uploaded into the into his computer. So like there's a digital living version of him that hangs around.
Oh my god, that's what he's doing in the ship. In the trailer for
Yeah.
Endgame, he's uploading his consciousness,
Oh,
and then
fuck.
he's Daddy Robot, and then Ultron's body is Tony Stark, and Pepper bangs a robot.
And Tony Stark's basically immortal. Okay, there we go. I'm good.
I mean that'd be pretty sick.
That way they can bring.
I don't know.
They
Fuck
can
it.
bring RDJ back, and when they're doing the third iteration of the Avengers, like the third set, and just like
I'm done.
Third set.
I'm 100% done predicting this goddamn movie.
Yeah,
I'm 100%
that's the
done with
thing.
this
Like
movie.
as soon as we were like, "Hey, let's do a predictions episode," I'm like, "I ain't doing any Marvel predictions because fuck, what do I know?" Here's my prediction: it's going to make $200 bajillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My prediction is I'm gonna go watch it day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day
I'm
1,
gonna
7
love it.
p.m.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
we're
all
gonna all go see it opening night.
Prediction: The Punisher gets canceled.
When this comes out,
Another
that's
prediction,
old news.
Daredevil comes back because the fans and Vincent D'Onofrio they save it.
Dude,
Oh, please.
what if the Netflix Twitter account just put out a poll? All right, what do you want us to do? Either we either have to cancel Punisher to bring Devilman,
Daredevil
back, or Daredevil stays canceled, but we'll give you a new season of Punisher.
Cancel
Whatever wins
Daredevil.
No,
Whatever.
fuck that.
Here's
Cancel Punisher.
No, fuck that.
Wait,
Daredevil, it's easily better than the
he-
Punisher.
they
Dumb.
debuted in the same show, just have them together.
No, Pat, that's too easy.
no,
we need
Pat,
what?
no.
We need either
I want-
Punisher or Daredevil.
I want them to be
brutal
friends.
shit. I want blood, bitch. Give me.
I predict we take Colt to counseling.
There were so many loud sounds. I was having I was flustered. I was trying to look at like who do I need to turn down.
Winslow just mutes the whole podcast.
I looked at. I was like, I'm just gonna turn it all the way down.
That was a weird sound you made. I hope you got something good to follow it.
Here's a prediction about Game of Thrones. People are going to be really disappointed with this last season.
Oh, maybe.
This is going to be the final
I
season.
think it's gonna be
and people
split.
are going to be very, very disappointed. I don't.
disappointed in that it's not good, or just like their expectations are so high that nothing they make will match it.
I think
Probably more of the second one if I had to guess.
I think it's more the first one. I don't think because this is last season. I liked last season, but there was also starting to be a lot of controversy around last season because last season was, I think, the first full season that wasn't coming from some material. Of course, I know George R.R. Martin had given them
his blessing,
directed it, but the thing I don't think that it's going to be what people want. I don't think that it may not match expectations. I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be extravagant, and I think they're going to go all out for it. But I don't think it's going to be what people want it to be, and I think that people are going to be pissed off.
So it's only 6 episodes, right?
6 or 7.
I think a lot of people are probably going to go into it with like, okay, it's so short. We need epics every episode, and that may not be how it happens.
Well, that's how it was last season. Last season
Yeah.
was there was very few slow parts in the last season, and you know, and that was good. It was every episode was really good. It was really rich, really powerful content. But going into this next season, the last season, I I think that's going to be fine. I'm very fine with that. It's just there's got to be a lot of character development over the course of 8 episodes. Yeah. And you have to wrap it up too, like not to mention 70 hours of content already out there, 70 hours to build up, and let me tell you, we are not anywhere near the end. Like we're at the beginning of the end of the show. Like last season was not part of the ending.
We're basically saying the show isn't as far as long as it should be for something that's ending this year.
In 8 episodes, yeah. So it's going to. I think there's going to be some. I'm going to love it no matter what. I think there's only a few things that I would probably dislike, but most of the part I'm going to like it. I'm pretty much thinking though is that the consensus is going to be like, yeah, fuck this show. Like they've let us on for 10 years nearly, and yeah,
interesting.
That's just my prediction for Game of Thrones.
I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I can't speak on that, but that sounds about right, just given how much internet discourse there already is about Game of Thrones. I could definitely see this final season not living up to these every episode's not this 2-hour epic. I could very much see that feeding into like maybe the show was bad all along sort of stuff. So I'm very excited to see that unfold.
Another prediction: Kingdom Hearts doesn't release.
And we'll be out before this episode, actually.
You're wrong.
What a brave prediction, Winslow.
The day before, they just cancel it.
They're like,
they have a live feed where they just burn every physical copy.
Guys, we've been leading you on. We haven't even started development. Everything you've seen so far has just been
screenshots from Kingdom Hearts 2.
It was illusions.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 and the Frozen scenes are just frozen with the Kingdom Hearts characters photoshopped in.
It's like people go back and like, oh my god, that's what they fucking
did.
did.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what? They were able to do it because 90% of the Kingdom Hearts fan base are fakers. I'm calling them out.
Wow.
Fakers about what?
Being a fan of it. They don't follow the story to heart.
All you need to know is
my Bible.
Mickey, one anime dude, and
one anime dude, there's Sora and Roxas. Get out of here before you embarrass yourself.
And one other. Okay, so you were about to leave off either Donald Duck or Goofy, and I'm going to be fucking pissed either way.
I was going to say
Riku is a man.
See, the thing is, I'm not even a fan. I don't know. Monsters.
Why do they go to the Coliseum every game? Who knows?
Another prediction I have is that Boruto.
You have too many predictions. Somebody else.
My prediction is Boruto is going to get through the filler finally, and we're going to have some good-ass shit.
As someone who's reading Boruto right now, Boruto is not going to get out of the filler this year.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That's not... The thing is, with Naruto, they only had 50 fillers tops, and we're at like 30 something, I think.
I'm telling
you, there's been that much filler.
Yeah.
Not even lying.
Like good filler.
I've heard it's good, but I just don't want to watch it.
I caught up on Boruto. What was it? In August of last year, and I've been looking back every time to try to get through the filler because I know what the next chapter is. They're not even there yet.
Well, plus Boruto is a monthly series where Naruto is a weekly, so like there's already gonna be like a gap because like you're making a weekly show that only comes out once a month in paper.
And they made the anime like really fast after that manga started.
It's not even one. It's like one chapter per month.
Yeah, it's like one chapter.
So it's like it's just too slow. Like I'll get through a chapter of I'll read a chapter of the manga. I'm just like, that's it? Like that? Like
it's fucking filler.
I was like, that's it? No. It's none of it's filler. It's just the next portion is going to be really good. Just they're not going to get through it. They're not going to get through the filler this year. We are going to have a full year of filler this year.
That would be real stupid.
I think that the chances of that is none, in my opinion.
I can't foresee them being like, we have to make all of this. Like,
I'm just telling you from...
That'd be 100 episodes of filler from episode 65.
Okay, let me say this. The next arc is literally going to be maybe 5 episodes top. Like, the next arc is only going to be about 5 episodes top before they have to start filler.
There's never
again.
been an arc that small in Naruto.
I'm just telling you, if they were to start that filler, if that arc this year, it would be 5 episodes top before they have to start filler again.
Yeah, so just do what they did with Bleach. Have your main story and then smack dab in the middle of the
arc, be like, oh my god,
a completely unrelated filler story.
Oh, Ichigo sisters are running late to the soccer game. Will they make it?
Probably about 10 episodes.
And then the
I'm
next
thinking
week,
about it.
Ichigo's fighting fucking Aizen. So.
But still, though, just 100%, like, Boruto's going way too slow, and it's so disappointing because some of the animation in there, some of the character interactions are so freaking good, and some of the characters are so good, but my God, let's pump a chapter out more than once a fucking month.
Well, I don't know if so much they need to pump more out because, I mean, again, like, I'm very much a quality over quantity person. But definitely if you're, like, if you're in the middle of the manga and the middle of the anime, like, I feel like there needs to be a better game plan there than, hey, let's do 50 episodes of filler now. And, like, Boruto's not even 100 episodes in yet, is it?
It's close.
It's close.
It's at like 90 something.
Yeah, so like
99.
you're telling me half the series is filler already, or a third of the series is filler already?
There's a lot of it.
Woo, that's an ugly ratio.
Or at least, like, I mean, I'm not a manga artist, and I know how stretched for time they are.
Yeah, for sure.
But just like, if possible, like find a way to like cover more content because there's manga I followed. It was on a monthly basis. And, like, there for a while, it really felt like the series was treading water where it was. Because, like, it only came out monthly, and it was kind of like this transition arc between, like, two big story points. So, like, it kind of like, okay, there's something's got to pick up.
And it looks like the filler is actually an anime-only arc, basically, is how they're doing it.
Okay.
So it's not, and so I was just looking back, and they've been on the same filler arc for a while, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's maybe it's good, but at least when it compares to the manga, the main arcs in the manga, we are literally so far out of it. Like, there's just no way. Like, I can see a 10 episode arc coming about, maybe. But it's almost like a new beginning in the way in this next few arcs, and I don't see us hitting it any time this year, especially if they're still on this filler arc. I feel like we might have another filler arc, but I think I say filler because, and you know, filler might be a dirty word too to use here because
dirty
because we might be looking at the anime and comparing it to the manga and saying, oh, well, obviously the manga's superior.
Yeah.
When honestly, this arc could be really good. I haven't seen it yet, but it's still filler in the context of it being.
They're trying to buy time to have more material to do like the real. Yeah. Okay.
To get back to the main story of it all.
Yeah. I see that. I also think Boruto did the thing at the beginning that was kind of dumb in the sense where the first scene of the anime is like 4 years in the future. I'm like, man, that's a lot of ground you have to cover. 4 years? Like the whole entirety of Naruto plus Shippuden was like 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
Shit. Okay. So that's where I stand on that. Also, my prediction, Boruto gets canceled.
It's still at the top of Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I know.
Week.
Every week, it's the fucking like most viewed
up
thing.
there. One Piece and Boruto always at the top.
Yep.
You know, this is not a prediction, but do you guys remember that one movie that came out, Happy Death Day?
Happy Death.
Is that
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
I didn't know they're making a second one.
They're making another one for.
I thought it was
Valentine's Day.
bad.
Yeah.
It was bad, but
It
like
was.
they're kind of banking on the badness.
Well, it's like this. You know, people don't. You know, the execs they don't really look at the quality. They look at how much money it's made. So like a crappy movie, if it made like a $500 million, be like, oh, that made money, so we can make another one.
Weirdly enough, slashers have become a Valentine's Day staple now.
Yeah. The shift happened like when I was in like middle school of like
With that mining and that not anime.
My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, My Bloody Valentine came out, and it was like I think that came out when I was in 7th or
We were all
8th
just
grade,
like,
maybe.
we were like, what?
We were
Why
like,
is that-
ugh, and then it just happened every year because it's like take your date to this movie and she'll be scared. Yeah, it was very but who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Probably not though.
No. I haven't. Wait, y'all go ahead. I've already said a lot. I have a lot of predictions.
Yeah, I told you guys.
My prediction: one member of the AYCH crew will be voted off. No, I'm just kidding. Another prediction I have is that a lot of people are like, man, Sony's going to have this really big year because they're going to be really quiet. And again, that's a pretty safe prediction. I don't think so. I think
this is going to be one of the worst years for Sony ever.
I maybe not financially because again the PlayStation is still selling like a powerhouse, but from a PR perspective and a consumer like a fan base perspective, I think they are in for a load of shit this year.
I think all the good stuff that's going to happen for them is going to happen in December when they have PSX.
Maybe.
If they have PSX.
If they have it.
I mean,
Please,
prediction. We hope they have PSX.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
please.
mean, because they're skipping out on E3, so I cannot imagine them just in 2018 or 2019 just being like quiet.
Like, it's just why?
And
Like, why would
I
you do
couldn't-
that?
Because I mean, what they have Days Gone coming up as an exclusive, which,
April.
and
was
then
good.
and then Ghost of Tsushima probably comes out this year.
I don't think it is.
You don't think so?
No.
Because I think out of the three, that game, Last of Us 2, and Death Stranding, I think that game's the most likely to come out
I would
this
just
year.
say, like, Tsushima is like the one that's most likely to come out
Yeah.
in any
This year,
recent
yeah.
time.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of them are coming out this year.
I don't think
Well,
Last
no,
of Us 2 or Death Stranding
No, definitely not. I
touch
think
this year.
If anything, I think Death Stranding comes out 2020, and then Last of Us Part 2, 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I would reverse that. I think Death Stranding comes out after Last
I
of
think
Us.
more of Death Stranding is completed than a lot of people think.
Probably.
I'd be the exact opposite vote. I think the stuff we've seen is about it.
I mean,
Which, it's Kojima. I don't know. It could have been done for fucking 2
recently,
years.
He had like 2 hours of gameplay that was like ready and finished.
Yeah.
And he showed it to, I want to say, Guerrilla Games, and they were saying this is some good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be done by
2020. I don't see it going to 2021 at all.
I don't know. But like it just feel, especially if we are getting the PlayStation 5 announcement this year. I mean, that Sony is very much the company that likes the pats on their back. They're not just going to be like in a tweet, "Hey guys, guess what? PlayStation 5 is coming out next year. Get fucking stoked." So they're going to have something, but I just don't know. Like, is PSX can they really wait till December to do that?
Just do it in maybe August.
Like,
know.
because when they announced the PlayStation 4, that was at a whole separate event in February of the year the PlayStation 4 come out. I don't think they can wait to announce the PlayStation 5 till next year if it's coming out next year. But I don't know. The PlayStation 4 is going to break 100 million units sold this year. So what do I know really?
I mean, my prediction is I think they're going to announce it this year. Oh, whatever. Maybe at PSX if they do wait till December. They're going to announce that, and then that's like when they're going to like pull out everything. They're going to be like, this is coming to PlayStation 5. This. We're also doing this. Whatever.
Because
all this stuff.
obviously to me, I think Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding will come to the PlayStation 5. Probably
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
of Tsushima too.
Probably, yeah. Which I do think, fingers crossed, that Ghost of Tsushima comes out this year as well.
I want it to.
I do too. I think Days Gone's going to come out and it's going to bomb. Like
I think it's not going to sell well, but it's going to be a good game.
I think it's not going to sell well,
I don't
or it's going to be a good game.
I don't
And I
know.
feel bad saying that because, I know it takes a lot of, way more talent than I have to put into a game. But just from everything I've seen and people I personally know that have play tested it, it's just like, man, and it's been delayed 3 or 4 times already. So
I feel like that's not really internal. I think that's because there's a fuck ton coming out.
oh yeah, I can see the last delay it got because it was coming out that day that fucking Anthem and Metro and Jump Force I think is coming out that same week. It's coming out in a big stacked week in February, so I could see it getting delayed from that. But it also previous to that got delayed from last spring to the fall, and then they delayed it from the fall to February, and now it's been delayed till
I
April.
think it'll come out this year. And I think it'll do maybe average, maybe.
I mean, I hope just for the studio sakes, because I've heard the developers interviews yeah, this is our total dream project. I'm yeah, this game would have been awesome 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's such a tired trope at this point. It's a zombie game.
Yeah, that's why I think if they're gonna release it, they have to do it now because if literally if they put if they keep delaying it, it gets stuck
nobody's going to care even less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just gonna get worse. They have to push it out now.
Yeah, I completely agree. But we'll see. But Sony has got to do something. So
Yeah,
but
Anything.
we'll see what they do.
I was going to say, my prediction is with the release of Detective Pikachu this May that we will see more Pokemon movies.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think
Or at least the announcement of one.
Yeah, I think Detective Pikachu is definitely gonna do better than anybody's kind of predicting. I think it's gonna do a fairly decent chunk.
I think people are looking at people look at the Disney. On that same note, I think people are going to look at these Disney live actions and go there's a lot of IPs out there that could be live action that aren't, and I'm about to make bank.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm not looking forward to that. I am not a big fan of a lot of animation stuff being live action at all.
Aren't we getting Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Which is
Yeah.
which is a minefield of a casting service.
Yeah. So there's already been a bunch of stuff going around about that. Is well, how do you cast? Because Disney's not necessarily known for being the smartest with their casting. So just yeah. So we'll see, but maybe something shouldn't be. I mean, obviously Disney's just money hungry. They're like, hey, this is an easy multi-$100 million movie for us.
Money grab.
Yeah. I will say on that note though, Dumbo looks fucking cute, and I'm very excited for Dumbo, and I'm very excited for Lion King. So
Lion King's a big A.
I dislike Disney movies in general.
yeah. So yeah, y'all aren't even Disney boys to begin with. So
What the fuck are you talking about? I play Kingdom Hearts. I've played every single Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
Bitch. Tell me I don't like
I'm not a Disney boy.
yeah.
I'm in more
Give
of
me a live action Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
square heads and all.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want
Triangle head, flesh on it.
Oh yeah.
I have.
Let's see the triangle kid from the front. Try that shit out.
Oh. Ugh, okay.
I have a prediction, a tech prediction. Okay,
Wow.
so as
I'm
everybody
glad you
knows,
did that.
sorry, I had to get up in my chair. I was sinking down. So everyone knows about the notch on cell phones. It's caused such a ruckus. iPhones have a notch now. Well, it's obvious this year from CES that the new prediction is, or not prediction, it's the new thing is instead of having a notch, we're gonna have hole punch screens.
What the fuck?
Where
like a hole in it?
No, they're called hole punch because instead of there being a notch at the top of the camera or top of the screen, there's going to be a camera over to the side as a little hole. So you still have the entire screen except for this one little area has a little camera on it. It's still underneath the glass.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Yeah.
Is that not how all phones are currently?
No, but it's going to be like all the way up to the top, and then like there's going to be a little camera up there. I'll show you what it looks like.
Because our camera's right here. It'd probably be more like right there.
Yeah, they're called hole
Like
punch.
mine?
Well,
That's where your camera is? Huh.
yeah, it's kind of like that because you do have that second bar up there, but it's not going to be like a second screen. Here, I'll show you. But so hole punch displays are the new thing right here. The new Samsung Galaxy 10 is actually going to have a hole punch display. Supposedly the larger version of the 10 is going to have a dual camera hole punch, which no one really knows how that's going to work out.
Surely that wouldn't be too
Right. So the whole point is they're trying to increase the screen real estate, right?
Yeah.
So the whole point of these notches and things like that is because Samsung came out with the Infinity Display with the S8, which is it was super crazy because you had this huge screen and you had you basically shortened the bezels, that's the word, bezels, and you made the screen larger. Well, then people started coming out with a notch. I think one of the major phones that did that was the Essential phone, which the Essential phone was a phone created by the people he was one of the co-founders of Google. He created the Essential phone lineup. Well, with that, came the notch, and actually Google built into those phones into the new operating system. I think it was Android O. I think it was Android O Oreo, but it could be P, which is Android Pie. But fun fact, Android does all their operating systems off of sweets.
Yep.
But they built into where they accepted notches. Well, once they started doing that, Google came out with the Pixel 3. It had a huge ass notch. Everyone's like, "Ew, what the fuck?" Because it was a thick notch. And of course, the iPhone then followed up with a notch itself to try and increase that screen real estate. Well, iPhone did a thing to where how do you increase the screen real estate while also keeping a fingerprint scanner on the phone? Well, they took off the fingerprint scanner and now they just do facial recognition using IR. So, but other companies were like, okay, well, how do we get and other companies like Colt and I both have Android phones that have fingerprint scanners on the back. Mm-hmm. Well, you just touch the back of it, right? Well, they're like, well, how can we get rid of the fingerprint scanner as a separate entity and just integrate it into the screen? So last year was the first year that we saw cameras come out or phones come out with I think Oppo came out with one at first, and then several other camera companies or phone. I keep saying camera companies, but phone companies are basically camera companies at this point.
Sure.
They came out with a bunch of phones where you can actually just touch the screen in a certain spot to log into the phone. Mm-hmm. So now they have the fingerprint scanner built into the phone itself, into the screen. Well, they've already built in the speaker up here at the top. That was done about a year and a half ago. We saw phones start to come around with a speaker built into the glass display as well, behind the glass, where it was still audible, but wasn't intrusive. So basically, the whole goal is to have a full screen, no notches, no punch holes. My prediction is this year, sometime, there's going to be some phone company that
notches
comes out with a phone with a translucent camera on the display. Meaning, like, you would still have the camera, maybe like a hole punch camera, maybe in the top middle, up in the notification bar. But what happens is whenever you activate the front-facing camera aspect of it, the screen turns off there and it's translucent.
Yeah.
But then whenever you turn the screen, whenever you leave the application to not take a picture, it's the screen. It's just the screen.
I can see that.
I think that's going to be their next step. It's going to be really cool to see that actually happen, because right now all it is just like a camera where the notification bar would be with a full screen. Yeah. So that's my tech prediction for the next year. So who knows? Who knows what's coming up? I'm also predicting that Tanner gets a new phone this year.
Oh.
I don't know. That's a pretty rare occurrence for the Tanner man.
Yeah, I know.
I would say, well, I get a phone probably every 3 or 4 years at this point. I can tell you as of right now, knock on wood, I don't need a new phone. So hopefully that doesn't change, because phones are expensive.
Yeah. Prediction: Bejeweled makes revive.
Another prediction. Juul makes a phone that you vape.
That you can vape and talk on.
No, do you remember Bejeweled, the little game?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Joel, that singer.
Yeah, I was going to say, man. Yeah.
What? Y'all both thought the singer Juul?
Yeah.
We thought about vaping.
And we thought vape. Wow, that really
generation gap.
That really shows the age difference between these two sides of the table.
I'm old.
Okay, whatever.
My prediction is that we will see more podcasts that will talk to ousted Japanese mascots. Justice for Cheeton.
Justice.
I love you.
I was like, where's Pat going with this?
Justice for Cheeton, man.
If you're Cheeton, come out to Alabama.
come to AYCH, tell your story.
You could say at Tanner's house.
Yeah, come to AYCH Studios. It's in Tanner's house.
Just for warning, Cheeton will destroy everything you have.
Yeah. It is an otter, so.
You have a room designated for baseball bats.
You have to have a room for baseball bats and water, because it is an otter.
Oh, shit.
Mom!
We need to set this room up.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to have to move out, but yeah. Okay.
Cheeton gets your room.
Yeah, I'll just give Cheeton my room. I have another prediction for this year, obviously. No, 2025 prediction right now. And kind of leaning more towards the tech sort of thing. You're going to hear a lot more, especially judging by CES, you're going to hear a lot more about autonomous cars this year. Like a way more. Especially from not just like Tesla and Uber and Google. It's like actual, like Toyota. And, Toyota's the big one. They're doing Guardian and the Chauffeur system. I heard you.
Thank you.
Doing the Guardian and the Chauffeur system, which are two different. It's not fully autonomous, like it can't drive itself, but it's more like driving assistance. Whereas Waymo, which is like Google's thing, is looking to be fully autonomous. The Guardian system is more like it's a smart car, it can adapt, and the Chauffeur system's more like that self-driving thing, but sometimes you may have to take over. And I can definitely see us hearing a lot more about that, especially with, after the disasters we had in 2018, especially with like the Uber stuff, the Uber self-driving cars, and the Tesla self-driving cars just fucking blowing up every month, it seems like.
Well, I should also say that a lot of most of the accidents that happen with the autonomous settings have almost always, and this could be because of big money, I don't really know, have almost always have been done at the fault of the other person.
Yeah.
By the victim, the quote unquote victim.
Yeah, like
but that could be big money speaking for those cars. I don't know, but I do know like. I think it was in every single case so far. None of it has been the actual car's fault. Yeah.
So it's
allegedly.
Allegedly, and like we don't have a ton of like. I think there's one specific Uber accident we have like footage of. But I think we start hearing a lot from like actual car because Toyota has already said that's like we want to sell this technology to other things as opposed to just keeping it to ourselves. So I'm interested to see like how that works. And like we already kind of see like these weird like autonomous cars teaming up with like brands. Like I think it's is it Domino's is teamed up with some self-driving thing where like Domino's will deliver pizzas to you in self-driving cars, and you go up to and the car's essentially a fucking oven, which seems like a huge hazard. But
oh yeah, Black Mirror.
Yeah, but you go up to it, press a button, like your code order, like press it in, and it gives you the pizza, like your pizza or your pizzas. So I think we hear a lot more about that this year.
I do too. I also think in the same sort of vein. Oh gosh, I guess thinking about autonomous cars and things along that line. I think that, like you said, we see a bunch of them come out for with different companies. I also think that we're going to start seeing more infrastructure built specifically for them. Of course, the main goal is to have autonomous cars driving on the road, but I think that we might see infrastructure specifically built, like maybe to company, like maybe like you see like Tesla or one of the big number companies come out and build and kind of help fund a city project where specific only only automated cars can go on certain roads, or have like a certain dedicated highway, maybe in one of the big cities. I think we might see that. I remember reading somewhere that they're already doing something similar like that in Atlanta for semi trucks, automated semi trucks. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely think that we're going to see more big company and city kind of come together, especially in the big cities, to kind of bring these tech marvels to fruition. Yeah, there's like one city in Arizona that gets like all of these tests. It's like in Phoenix, I think. Yeah. And it gets like all of these tests, so I could definitely see something like that happening where there's like, well, if we can't put these on roads yet, maybe let's try building like a thing that's just for autonomous cars. So I could see that. For sure. I mean, obviously nothing's going to be built this year, but I could definitely see something being announced in 2019 for that. For sure. Next prediction. You know how Pop-Tart has 2 flavor Pop-Tarts? We're getting it this year. Fucking 4 flavor Pop-Tarts.
You know what? Yeah. I could see that because it's pretty easy to break a Pop-Tart in 4 ways.
Do we have triple yet?
No, but that's harder.
Yeah, that's harder to break it.
I mean, unless you did it.
You got to walk before you run.
But then again, if you do it, if you were to do it that way, you'd have more crust with 2 different flavors.
Exactly.
And the middle one would have most of the this flavoring stuff.
If you did like quadrants or just like 4 stripes of flavor.
Oh, this would be in quadrants, is the way I imagine.
Yeah, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you just break out and break it. Yeah.
But for 3, that would be a lot
you'd
harder.
have to break. You have to break. And then have to get that little piece of in the
middle.
No,
because I think for an odd number like 3, it would have to be 3 horizontal sections.
Yeah, that's what
I'm thinking. But for 4, it could be quadrants. Because for the 2 now, it's split in half vertically down the middle.
But for 3, no matter what, you will have uneven amounts of crust with each flavor.
Yeah. And also, I want to say onion flavored Pop-Tarts come out this year.
I was about to ask, like, what's the next wild flavor that Pop-Tart?
What is the next flavor thing?
Oh, what's the big next flag? Let's see. Let's look at the trends the past couple of years.
Sweet shit.
Wow.
They all seem to be very kind of lean, at least from what the weird stuff I eat kind of leans toward either A, it's spicy, or B, it comes from an Asian background, such as...
I'm going to go with matcha. Green tea.
I feel like
that's already a thing.
Like,
but in American market,
yeah, because
I'd be kind of interested to try a green tea Pop-Tart.
I would eat the fuck out of a green tea Oreo.
Oh boy, I am excited for that, Patrick.
I'm thinking. You know, Wenzel's mentioned it, and we have it at like our
ube Pop-Tarts.
Well, not ube, but like
that would be good.
But like taro,
taro,
taro, make something just fucking purple and be like, eat it. It's weird. I could definitely see something like that, like sort of catching on because that's a very neutral flavor.
Maybe I think we might get a Korean barbecue Pringle. or a chip, Korean barbecue
What
flavored
would that
chip.
taste like?
I don't know.
That would be
Korean
all
flavors.
the Korean barbecue food put together.
Oh, it doesn't. It looks like there aren't any green tea Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, I knew
Well,
there was.
we didn't mean like
Pop-Tarts.
Just get green tea Kit Kats and then put bread on top of it.
Oh shit, Pat.
probably work.
Just
Always
some Wonder
thinking.
Bread. Pat's always working. God bless him.
Okay, green tea Kit Kat Uncrustable. Let me tell you what I saw in the parking lot the other day.
Uncrustable.
I'm interested to see how that led to this thought.
There was in the parking lot the other day. I saw an Uncrustable packaging with the crust of the Uncrustable ripped off of it. No
Wait,
shit.
just the bread? So somebody just ate the fucking filling of the Uncrustable?
Yeah, no. Like the outside edge. They
Oh, fuck off.
like
the hell?
you know how the whole point of getting Uncrustable is to not get the crust, and so what they did was they felt like the outside ring of the
Which is not
Uncrustable
crust. It's still
it's
white
just
bread.
the crimped edge where they kind of mashed it.
it was too crusty for them, and so they ripped it off.
Someone at lunch in high school do the exact same thing every single day. He'd always get peanut butter and jelly Uncrustable, but he'd always take the little corners off. He said, "I don't like the way it's like folded."
Is he
up."
in jail now?
You know who he is.
I might know. Fuck that guy.
This guy needs to be in jail.
You know, that reminds. Speaking of parking lots, that reminds me. The one time I was going to fucking Target. I don't know who all I told this to, but it pissed me off because I had to get something. So I went in there, and as soon as I got in my car, it was raining. Immediately, I look down and I see brown stuff, and I'm like, oh, those are probably dead leaves. Then I keep looking, and I see, like, not too far, fucking a diaper, a filled, full-ass diaper. Two of them, actually. 2 diapers, filled. And I'm like, I better not have stepped in shit right now. And I didn't, but I take out my flashlight and I'm like, yep, that's shit, all baby shit, all over the ground. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And the thing is, I parked near the front. Right up there is a fucking trash can, and there's a baby changing station in the store. And it's like, why? Like, for one, it's raining, it's wet. Why would you do this while it's wet? Because that means this shit's might contaminate a water supply nearby, and it's a health hazard. You can't fucking do that.
baby poop in the water. Who needs that?
I mean, it's environmental hazard. It's a health hazard. I mean, that's disgusting. That's shit. That's shit. But Pat, I know what you're gonna say. Probably.
God damn it! This is something that burns me up so bad because when I worked at my one of my first jobs, there was literally something. It would happen all the time. People just leave their fucking baby diaper in the fucking parking lot, and it was like whoever does this is like the fucking Joker to my Batman. It fucking burns me up so goddamn bad.
It's so.
And like the thing is, like I thought when I got my new job, my grown up job, I left all that behind. And what happens? I'm taking out the trash at my new job, and there's a fucking rolled up baby diaper right next to the dumpster, and I came unglued.
It's like, why?
So why are you doing this?
It's so disgusting, and it's like it's so fucking bad. Like
it's unnecessary.
It really is, and I don't get it. Like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are you? I need a face right now.
Winslow telling us this story. Were you driving? I can't remember if you were driving or you
I don't
were in the back,
remember.
or maybe I was driving. Was so fucking bad.
I mean, I came home that night. My dad's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I'm pissed. I'm angry right now. Like, my day was ruined, or my night was ruined. It's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you to do that shit? Who are you?"
I'm right there with you. It burns me up so bad. Like, how could someone just not give a fuck to do that?
Like, I completely understand the thought of not wanting to have, like, you not having a trash can near you, or maybe you're not having access to a trash can, and you just smelling the baby poop all the way home.
You had a kid. You knew this was going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, no. You
just don't leave the house for like 8 years.
Yeah, you take that baby poop with you. You throw it away and you wait to dispose of it.
Yeah, properly dispose of it.
There's a proper way to get rid of it. Just
yeah.
And plus, I'm just thinking, like, if they don't give enough of his shit to throw their baby shit away, like, what other places they did cut in the corners? with
Exactly.
this
That's what I
kid?
was thinking. I was like, I feel so bad for that kid because that kid.
What if? Hear me out. It was just a kid, no parents. Like it was like Boss Baby.
Oh my god!
Y'all, you little piece of shit. But I mean, I was right there in the front. Like, there's a trash can right there.
Babies
And
can't
another
walk
thing
that
too,
far.
if you're doing this after you get out of Target, you have plastic bags with you. You can easily take stuff out, put it in there, and then, like, I don't know. Leave it there. Why would you even do that, though? I don't fucking know.
I
So
mean-
my prediction for 2019 is
More shitty diapers.
more shitty diapers.
That reminds me of this. In high school, I was leaving the parking lot one day, and I guess there was a bottle under my car, and I backed up and I ran over the bottle, and it was a dip spit bottle, and it blew up on this girl, and she was so mad, but it was her boyfriend's bottle.
Oh.
And she was like, what the fuck? And I just remember rolling, because I was like a senior, and these were like fucking 15-year-olds. I remember rolling down my car. I was like, tell your boyfriend not to be a dipshit. And then, joke. And then I rolled up my window and went on. But it was funny because she was wearing white pants.
Rest in peace.
And just fucking covered in mud.
Yeah, see, that's not yours. Like,
No,
that's not,
I mean, it wasn't my fault anyways, and I didn't feel 1 ounce of remorse for it. So
Fucking good.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, that was
That was
good day.
Tanner's only badass moment in his entire life.
Definitely, for sure. 'Cause I'm just like, man, it's so fucking gross. I couldn't imagine getting covered in dip spit. But then, like, also, don't throw your mud jugs.
like keep that shit on you. Like, and don't
fucking swallow it.
Just wear a necklace of it.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We should make swallowing the new manly thing.
2019 prediction.
Real men swallow.
Trend.
We can. AYCH in 2019 will be 100% dedicated to swallowing all the time.
No matter what the situation, we will swallow.
I'm swallowing right now.
Oh my god!
Hold on. Turn me up, Wenzel. Turn me up.
Oh no!
Oh god. Okay. You turned up.
Hold on. I gotta stop laughing. Stop. Hold on. I got it. Oh, turn me down.
Okay.
All right, ready? There we go.
Oh my god! I wish you could have seen Cody's face the first attempt. It was so fucking red. It was literally like, I'm about to fucking die. Like he started choking on his.
He was straining so hard to make that
He got
swallowing
stuck.
sound.
It sounded like a rock.
2019 prediction: somebody dies on the podcast, like while we're recording.
I think we're fucking done here.
Yeah, I think we need to end on.
We ended on such the highest note. Shit in the parking lot.
Yeah, and
Stop.
remember hashtag AYCH swallowing. Remember.
God damn it.
Thank you everybody for listening to this episode of the All You Can Hear podcast. As you know, listening to this episode, we're available on SoundCloud, on iTunes, on Google Podcasts, on Overcast, on Spotify, all your RSS feed catchers. Definitely leave us a like, a subscription, a review, a rating. Follow us on those services. That would help us out tremendously. Just let us know. Let us know what we're doing good, bad, ugly, whatever. In our suggestion box, which will be in the description of this episode. And you can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast, where... because we are having to record a couple weeks in advance, so I'm hoping by the time the next episode comes out, episode 94, we'll be able to announce that the March Madness bracket is coming out that week. So hopefully we'll have a solid date for you then, but keep an eye out on the Twitter. We'll post all the links for the submission ballot there. At AYCH Podcast yet again. Follow us on Instagram, AYCH Podcast. Follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. And you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
I am Colton. You can follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Just send, not just me, everyone, your predictions. Just send the main Twitter your predictions. We want to know what you think is going to happen. You think more shitty diapers or less shitty diapers?
We need to know.
We
Please
need
tell
to
us.
know.
We need ratios.
More shit, less diapers.
More adults pooping.
You know what? Here's more diapers, less poop.
I remember that one time I was going in the mall, the University Mall, and I see in the corner of outside of JCPenney's human shit, a big whopping
Yeah,
turd.
that
Cody's
happens,
like, don't, shh.
that happens a lot. A lot of people just pull it full down and just dump it.
Have you ever had to poop so bad not around a bathroom where you have been like, I'm about to shit outside?
Yes, that happened to me at least 3 times.
Cody's like, that happened to me. I was at the University Mall right in front of Oh my god.
you stole my shit. No.
I've had that situation with pee only.
I've had that situation with poop. Whenever you have like really bad diarrhea, sometimes.
Oh yeah, well yeah, like if you're like sick or something's wrong,
You don't leave
with
the house
you.
when you have that bad of diarrhea.
Oh man, it comes full circle. We started talking about poop, and we're gonna end with poop.
Did we?
Yeah, with the podcast. Like the beginning of the first few episodes, we're talking about poop.
Oh, I thought you meant the beginning of this episode. I was like, we talked about VR.
So
for like
prediction:
15
this is our last episode. Going back with yeah, I'm Winsley. You can follow me on Twitter at Winsley Wilkie. You can follow my art Instagram at World Winsley. Thank you. Sorry.
My name's Cody. You can follow me at CODDOC11. That's CODDOC11 on Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead, Patrick.
This is Patrick. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lost His Name. You can follow my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
Bye.
Bye.